Things we never got over. Noah sat on the wooden bench at the edge of Willow Creek, staring at the rippling water that reflected the golden hues of the setting sun. He had been coming here for years, ever since she left. The town remained unchanged. The bakery still smelled of fresh cinnamon rolls. The bookstore still carried the same dusty novels, and the old oak tree by the church still stood tall. But inside, Noah was different. He had never moved on. She was Olivia, the girl who had once painted his world with colors he never knew existed. They had been inseparable, two souls tied together by whispered dreams and stolen kisses beneath the moonlight. They had promised each other forever, but life had a cruel way of unraveling even the strongest bonds. It had happened so suddenly. One day she was beside him, tracing the lines of his palm as if she were trying to memorize every crease. Next she was gone, leaving nothing but an unread letter and a town full of unanswered questions. People whispered about why she left, but Noah never listened. He didn't care about the rumors. He just wanted to know if she ever thought of him, if she ever regretted walking away. Years passed, and life carried on. Friends got married, families grew, but Noah remained stuck in a moment he could never let go of. He still took the long way home just to pass by the house they once dreamed of buying together. He still kept the old scarf she had forgotten in his car, tucked away in a box of things he could never bring himself to throw away. Every birthday, every first snowfall of winter, every shooting star that streaked across the sky reminded him of her. His family told him he needed to move on. His friends set him up on dates with kind, beautiful women who tried to love him, but no one could erase the space Olivia had left behind. He had tried to forget, to force himself to love again, but some ghosts refused to fade. Then, on a quiet autumn evening, she returned. The first time he saw her again, she was standing at the corner of Main Street, staring at the old bookstore, with a look of longing. His heart pounded in his chest. She was real. She was there. But the years had changed her too. Her once vibrant eyes held a sadness he couldn't decipher, and the smile she used to wear so effortlessly seemed hesitant. Almost foreign, she looked up and their eyes met. For a moment, time twisted, bending the years between them into something fragile and fleeting. It was as if she had never left, as if they were still those two young lovers dreaming of forever. But forever had already slipped through their fingers, once before. Noah swallowed, feeling the weight of everything they never said pressing down on him. He wanted to go to her, to ask her why she left, to tell her that he never stopped waiting. But fear held him back. What if she had moved on? What if she had only come back to say goodbye? As if sensing his presence, Olivia turned fully to face him. He saw the hesitation in her eyes, the flicker of recognition mixed with something deeper, regret, maybe, or longing. She took a step forward, then another, closing the space between them. "Hey," she whispered, her voice barely audible, over the cool autumn breeze. "Hey," he replied, his throat tightening with emotions he had buried for too long. Neither of them spoke for a while, the silence stretching between them like an unfinished melody. Finally, Olivia sighed, running a hand through her hair. "There are so many things I wish I could explain, Noah." He nodded, his heart pounding. "And so many things I never got over." Her eyes glistened with unshed tears. "Me neither." A moment of quiet understanding passed between them. They weren't the same people they had been all those years. Ego. Time had changed them, shaped them, wounded them. But some things never truly faded. "I should have stayed," she admitted, her voice breaking. "I was scared. I thought I needed to leave to find myself, but all I ever found was how much I missed you." Noah exhaled shakily, feeling the raw honesty of her words cut through him. "I never stopped waiting for you, Olivia. I tried, but—" He broke off, shaking his head. "Some things you just never get over." She reached out then hesitantly, as if afraid he might pull away. He didn't. Her fingers brushed against his, tentative, but real. "What happens now?" she asked softly. Noah looked at her, at the woman who had once been his whole world and the girl who had left him behind. He thought of the years they had lost, the memories they had missed, the pain they had both endured. And yet here she was. Here they were. Maybe, he said slowly, we stop running from the past and see if we still have a future. A tear slipped down her cheek, and this time she didn't hide it. I'd like that. Maybe some things were meant to remain, unfinished, like stories with missing chapters or songs without an ending. But in that moment, as they stood in the town that never changed, Noah realized that so